We are on our second bread. Okay, this is white bread. So we're using all-purpose flour. So with our lukewarm water, okay, we are now placing our sugar and the yeast. Remember, the yeast and the sugar should go together because the sugar is the food of the yeast. So this one, we are now going to place all the other ingredients together. We are now placing our oil. Okay, you can use vegetable oil if that's what you have at home. We will now place our flour. Just mix it together. Okay, so this is our flour. Again, remember, this is all-purpose flour because this is our white bread. Then we simply have to add your salt. Okay. So there you are. Just mix it together. I am now removing our excess dough here, and I'm going to knead again the dough. Okay, so I only have to knead, mix them together. Okay. We will again place a little oil on our bowl and let it rest for 1 hour or until the dough doubles. I now place a little oil in our bowl, and this is our dough. I will have to let this settle for at least 1 hour. I will have to cover this again with a plastic or a cellophane, okay? Or maybe you can cover this with a piece of cloth. Okay, again, you have to let this rest for at least 1 hour. Now our white dough, it has doubled its size. We are now going to place this in our pan. If we also wish to use a pan like this is a bit smaller, we simply have again to grease it so it is easier for us to remove the bread from the pan. We will now let this rise 30 to 45 minutes. So our white bread has doubled its size after 30 minutes. We are now ready to bake this. My white bread has already doubled, and I wish that my white bread is not going to be dark, so I'm going to cover this with the foil. Okay, but if you have a pan that has a cover, then simply cover it. Okay, but I'm just simply using a foil pan, and I'm now covering with the foil so that when this is done, this is going to be white in color. Our temperature is going to be 180. So it's going to be 180. It is supposed to be baked in at least 30 minutes. Okay, so 30 minutes for our white bread. Actually, this is now our white bread that has been covered with the foil. So we have 2 pieces of loaf that is going to be baked for 30 minutes. This is our white bread. Let it cool before removing it and removing the cover so that the bread will not stick on the foil. The other one that I made is without the cover. So that is our white bread. If our white dough is already cold, we can now remove the foil, and this is it. This is now our white bread, and you can see that it is really good outside and inside. It has an even texture.